What's up, kids? Welcome back. Another episode of The Breakdown. We got somebody joining the Horde today. I'm found him on TikTok. Super crazy, like diversified artist. We got Chandler Alexander.
What's up, dude?
How you doing, man? How are things?
Pretty good, dude. Just chilling, taking it easy today.
Right.
But yeah.
Awesome. So, like, since you know what I'm saying, like you're you're a smaller regional type artist or whatever. Like, just give us tell us about yourself. What do you want people to know about you right off the bat?
Really, if I could say anything, man, is I come from making music for half my life now, and in the last year and a half, I started learning to record using BandLab and just simple stuff that my old roommates had, and from there I learned, started practicing every day. I play all instruments as well as vocals, so I I started just doing the thing and learning, posting on TikTok. Stuff started blowing up on there, but a lot of my music comes from the last 10 years of my life. I've always wrote a lot of poetry, a lot of songs, played acoustic guitar. I came to Colorado from Carolina in 2018, and I was homeless in Boulder. I just had a book bag, a guitar, and I'd make anywhere from 30 to 80 a day in Boulder. I called it my fun money. And I got a normal job, started working here, got a place and established a life in Colorado. I've been here ever since. And yeah, everything that I've put out and everything that I like record and make comes from some place in my life where I was in a really, really dark place. And through those dark times and those places, dude, I really learned how to understand people, the indifferences in people as well. You know what I mean? And the point of the fact that we all have feelings, we all grow up differently. We're all robbed of something somewhere, love, something like that. But like, I feel like if we were more aware of that within one another and whatnot, we'd be able to do a lot more with our lives and with each other. So like a lot of my music comes from that, but always is from somewhere I've been in life, but trying to basically relate to people in a way like, hey, yo, I've been here too, but don't take this route. Or they're always there's a message in all of my music within all of that, because you have to go through to learn, and you have to break to be able to be strong enough to take care of people you love, and you know what I mean, to take care of where you're at now in life. I feel like society robs us of that a little bit, within the sense of thinking of it so clearly that way. You need the bad as just as much as the good. So everything I've been releasing is basic. I have an EP I haven't even announced yet. I'm about to announce.
Are we breaking news here?
Yeah, and I have 4 different genres in it. I've been working on it for a while, but I'll have the release date by this Friday with the video out. This coming Friday. So I'll have everything out within that, and I've shared a lot of my music on my TikTok, the songs that will be on there. So it'll be a mix of deathcore, hardcore, metalcore, melodic to sad emo rap to a punk pop acoustic within that. You know what I mean? I said 4 genres, but it's really however you want to put the acoustic emo and the acoustic emo rap, because I basically do the rapping and singing, whether it's acoustic rap or just acoustic guitar.
Right. Well, that's one of the first things that grabbed me, because like one of the first videos I saw of you was like a deathcore video, and then the next video you sent me was like a very sad boy song, and I was like, okay, this is kind of an interesting fucking turn of events. Like, this is not, you know what I'm saying? But like, I liked it, and kept sending me videos, and that's why finally I was like, bro, you just want to be on the podcast? Like, you send me videos every day, I'm down, bro. It's like, and that's
I appreciate it. I just hate doing that and being like I'll talk to people too. That's the thing. I'm very, like, I'll respond and stuff, but I always feel bad if I send stuff, especially you showed love, and interest, and then I don't so I'll reach out to you. That's how that happened. I appreciate you.
No, that's awesome. Like, I try to catch, like, TikTok has been a good place to find new music and stuff, because I'm like addicted to new music. I did management and stuff and A&R and stuff in music. So like finding new music has like been my real live addiction. Like every day I wake up and I check Apple Music. I'm like, what's new?
Yeah, same. And see, I just started, or go ahead. Sorry.
No, TikTok and Instagram are like really good for that. Like, and so like it's been fueling that, and I've been able to reach out now to people and be like, oh, well, shit, I can get you on the podcast now because I have an
Yeah.
avenue to reach out to you.
Heck yeah. Yeah, no, it's been nice. I appreciate it. Uh Everything with the music's just been wild in the last my analytics and everything. Because like I said, I started making and recording music a year and a half ago. Already have 7 songs out. Um, like I said, next Friday I'll release the date of the new EP I've been working on. It just is gonna be so well put together compared to anything I've released. There'd be a lot in it, but the A&Rs you were even speaking of, that's what I'm learning about right now as an independent artist because I have no team. I've done all of this by myself, from graphics to lyrics to vocals to instruments. I have some friends and old band friends and buddies that run YouTube channels that I'll buy or use, some of their instrumentals, or I'll have people offer Baidu vocals, to trade within instrumentals. So like that's where a lot of my stuff comes from. It's so different, but I orchestrate working with, so many different people and doing so many different things. So that's where the genre blends come in. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
it's good though. I think that's it. That helps an artist evolve, which I think is like everybody wants. Like everybody, like sometimes people are like, "Oh, I don't like that they changed." I'm like, listen, the fact that Bring Me the Horizon is a completely different band than it was back then to is now makes me so happy in my heart because they have grown so much. Like I remember when Ollie couldn't sing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
he made his own genre. You know what I mean? Didn't he?
Bring Me to the Heavens. Yeah, like I mean, Bring Me the Horizon is their like they're such a global brand. Like they're giant now. Like
Yeah. It's just the first metalcore band most people have ever heard, besides us Blood Runs Black.
right, yeah,
If that's even metalcore, back then it was deathcore metalcore. You know what I mean?
yeah. So like, I think like they've just evolved, and I think in music, I want to see people evolve. I want you to come out with something and be like, oh shit, like I may not be ready for this, like musically, like you know what I'm saying, and like come back to it 6 months later, and be like, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard. Like that to
Yeah.
me is the sign of a good artist, and so I think you having that, taking what you can get and blending and exploring different places, because most people want to stay in their little corner of the world and do what they want to do, and then like they never kind of like go out, and like it's people now like Bring Me the Horizon and other people, Sleep Token, like that are doing so many genre blending things that people are like, this is crazy, dude.
It's all love. You know what I mean? That's the way it should be.
I
Like,
just love good music. Like that's what I'm saying.
like I listen to Lil Peep and Juice WRLD. I had my days where I'd go through just listen to that and barely any metal. I've had days, you know what I mean? Like, I love doing all of it, and I think that's where I like. Also, I've always had this. I've always liked writing poetry and writing.
Right.
So my lyrics are very, very. That's what my analytics and stuff show, like, or the saves and the shares and this and that, is because of the relatable. But I make it for that. Like, there's so many times and days I know we all have had in our lives that we just weren't good or didn't feel like being, you know what I mean? It could be anything in the negative. And the truth be told, within that, there's some type of music that's always helped people. You know what I mean? Usually
Well,
there's
yeah.
some type of music that does that, man. So it's like I just try to repay it back with that, but just depend on no one but myself within it. And I appreciate anybody that comes my way that it, appreciates what I'm doing with it, honestly. That's
Absolutely.
payment enough to me, right? Like,
Oh, listen, when somebody compliments, just like before the show, when you complimented my art, that is one of the great, like that's the greatest feeling to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that feeling of like, dude, you appreciate something I did. Like I think my art's just like weird and crazy, but
dude, no, y'all, if you see that behind you, that's fucking beautiful, dude.
Listen, you know the story.
Like, you see this little naked part? You can help
Yeah.
me out there.
Yeah, I got you. Like literally, somebody, a friend of mine, she said, "Listen, make me something. I want to put it like in like a memory book of mine and stuff. Whatever I need a piece of art." And I said, "Okay." And I said, "What do you want?" And she said, I want you to make something that when I look at it, I go, you made that." And I said, "I got you."
Yeah, it's
That's what
that behind you is incredible. Like it really is. It's awesome. But that's the thing I was telling you too, is so at home I got a studio now, like a legitimate studio and all of that, but we just drywalled it and everything. So I'm putting it together still, but it's my videos, my lives, doing videos of how I record, anything that anybody might want, you know what I mean, to know, or that I'm so open to giving information or even making music with anybody. I make it
I'll
so
feature on
quickly.
any
I
song
thought
you want.
about do what now?
I said I'll feature on any song you want.
Dude, we could do it. And I mean, I'm not even kidding. I thought about doing a thing where once a month I just had people, they were interested, any artists, you know, that are independent artists too. If they need like a section filled or want vote, you know what I mean? Or just doing it for fun, free, just like literally, you know,
Right.
just helping each other out and mixing genres, doing something. I thought that'd be cool. But that's all it really is for me, dude. It's like anybody can do it. The only reason I'm like, I've gotten to where I have is because, you know, I started doing it again over things I was going through, you know, and then people telling me to do it like this. And it's like actually
Yeah,
working out.
I think it's awesome that you're putting in the work. And we talked before the show about treating it like it's a job, and I think you really do.
Mhm.
And like, I think you can tell the people that do. I think that's a very important part. But like you were also talking before about like, you know, the like people who use their words poetically like speak to my heart, because like I was a writer. Like I had a
Yeah.
book contract for 3 years, and so like I have a whole philosophy on writing that like you should get the most out of your words. Like if a picture is worth 1,000 words, the right word should be worth 1,000,000 pictures, because you
Hmm.
have to speak to that many people. And so when you make your make your words poetic, and you can encompass feelings in people, and the more people you can encompass those feelings in, like the more people you reach. And I think people take words for granted sometimes, and so like I respect
Yeah.
people that really put thought and forethought into their words, and like use their words to the utmost of their advantage. And so like in doing that, like the fact that you have feeling and that poetic nature in your lyrics and stuff or whatever, I think it really speaks to people. Speaks
I
it spoke to me.
appreciate I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, that's my whole goal with it. Like I probably have 3,000 plus songs I've started tracking on,
That's
but out of
crazy.
those, I'd probably say maybe 150 out of those would be like demo ready to like release or something. So like there's so many undone projects, but what I've been doing is trying to throw all this out there and see what people pick up on the most, and what, you know what I mean, kind of blends even new listeners, to let like mixing different forms of poetry, to mixing, you know, different writing styles with genres, and, you know, mixing like there's ways to pull people in, but the whole point being about what we all go through. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
within it, within the emotion of screaming, within the emotion of rapping, no matter what it is, if you're listening, you're feeling it, is
Right.
like a good way to because a lot of the times I don't do like, that's why I've always had a hard time with producers. I love my friends that are producers, but I've always had a hard time with them because I like feeling things, and I'm good enough within myself to hear things and spit through a whole song. I don't like doing section after section because I can't feel it out. You
Right. Like
know?
you want the emotion to speak through
Yeah,
the
I want to track it, and then we can go back and do it section by section. But
right.
like, if I really want to make the best out of this song, I need to hear it, put those headphones on, and feel what it makes me feel, and start going. You know, like that's as simple as it is.
I appreciate
And
people like that. You ever heard of the band Talia? Yeah,
no,
Tala.
actually,
Yeah, Tala. Talla.
Attila.
No, not Attila. Tala.
I was like,
Uh,
say, oh
Shout out
no.
Franz. Though. I don't give her. I used to hang out with Franz back like way back in the day when they were like playing with Attack and shit. Remember? Fucking
Yeah.
before Franz became what Franz is now. But whatever. That's neither here nor there. Fucking. But Talia, the lead singer Justin is like a vocal coach too. But he went and tracked an entire album, and he practiced it as a full album, and he went in and tracked it as a full album, one track.
Okay, see, I could hang out with him. I could hang out with that guy.
Craziest dude ever. Like I would love
Dude,
to hang out with him
we
too.
get along great. You do yours, this part I'll work on my like graphics and stuff, and
Right.
then I'll record. You know what? Like, dude, yeah. But I love hearing that. I'll have to look into that. I'm interested in that because that's essentially how I am with stuff. I mean, throw anything at me, throw a subject at me. I've literally been on live recently, and I'll play guitar and just have people throw songs at me or feelings or however they're feeling, and I'll literally make it into a song. Like,
Dude,
you know.
that's it. Listen, that's dope. Like if you ever wanted to, side note, we do a live show every Wednesday
We
here on the
can,
channel.
dude. I have this right here.
Well, so we can do a live show anytime you want. Like we can go live on TikTok or anything, but like we do a live show called the Curse Countdown on this show on this channel, and
Yeah.
we literally do top 10 lists every week, and we just get together and we all write out top 10 lists and just talk about them. And like I'm always looking for guests. I just feel like you would be a fun guest to get on there and like.
Dude, I would love it.
Like you feel
I'm
like
not shy with this thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm.
Listen, you can come on, dude. We love like the crowd, the audience participates. We get so off the rail in those shows. Like midway through, somebody's always like, okay. What's your number 5? We're talking about crazy shit now. Like, like it's so fun, dude. But it's like this the reason I started the channel was just to talk to interesting people about shit we like. And
yeah, dude. And even just this and like the interactions, they're healthy for people. They're good. You know what I mean? Like they are. Like I'm grateful for this.
Talk about music I love. So like getting to talk about like stuff I love and nerd out about music is like, oh, great.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. You could have plenty, dude. That art behind you, I love it. I keep looking at it. Like I got 3 other walls.
I will print this into a tapestry for you anytime, bro. We can look into it.
I'm gonna talk after we get off the phone, and I'm serious and see about that. So
yeah. So look, so the next thing, since you mentioned like Lil Peep and other stuff, like what, like since you pull from so many different places, what are your influences? Like I always love hearing people's influences.
Oh, dude, if I had to name them off quickly, okay, if I had to like, because there's so many, but like if I could name some of my influences I go to when I go in thought of sound, emotion, feeling, or some, you know, they just inspired the Counterparts.
For sure. Counterparts fucks so hard.
I'm very like I don't want to play in a band, but I would play in a band if it was hard. Like, oh my God.
That's one of those, just you get those bands, I get those bands too, where I'm like, I wish I was in this fucking band making this music right now.
That it's the melodic hardcore with the poetry, dude. You know what I mean?
Song about his dying cat that people sing, like,
dude, I know. I covered that song not recently and did it so well. But I said that the other day. I love that you know that.
Yeah,
I love that.
I'm a fucking scene core music kid nerd.
Me
so like,
too, dude.
Like that, I'm like, bro, listen. The fact that like every kid is like screaming their heart out about his dying cat is like, bro, that makes I tear up every time they do that shit live. I telling you. Shout out, Brendan.
I mean, it's pets, so compared to people, you know, I don't know. It's a thing, but
all right. So Counterparts,
and then I would Little Peep and Juice WRLD definitely in the emo rap area, and then I'd have to say Lorna Shore for sure with Counterparts. The Plot and You for my high scream singing that I do. That's where I got the influence from. Well, I went to the last show here. I love Landon, dude.
Listen, Landon's a good dude. He's from Findlay, Ohio. Shout out Findlay. Like,
hell yeah.
The drummer for the band, Michael, right? I took that kid on his very first tour. He was in the first band I ever got signed called Death of an Era.
I know that. I know them.
I'm the guys that got them signed.
What?
Yes, I was their first manager, dude. So like,
that's tight.
To see that kid thriving, like it makes my heart fucking sing, man. Like, because that kid is such a good kid and such a good drummer. Like, amazing. And that band is killing it now. Like, I've been a Plot and You fan from like the very first album. The first time I heard like, I'm pregnant, I was like, I'm fucking in, dude. I'm so in.
Dude, that's the thing with them is listening to Landon. I was like, his singing has screaming in it. So anybody out there, this is just something that I really it's a real thing. If you can't sing high like Chiodo's high or The Used is a perfect example. So if you're singing The Used high, if you do that and try to do a fry scream at the same time, you will literally do what Landon does. That's the technique.
So
they're like, dude, I could do it here like any time, but like once you get it, you're like, fuck, I can sing high now.
Right.
It's just got raspy in it.
But it
and then if I want to make it a little more, you know, I can do it. Like,
and listen, Landon can get low. Like he's on a Darko song, bro. Like there's a song called Unprocessed with fucking Landon, and it's stupid low. Like,
dude, I covered that. I forgot that I did. I did that and Obsidian from Lorna Shore the day that it came out.
Oblivion or Obsidian?
Obsidian.
Obsidian. Okay.
Yep, the new one.
No, that's Oblivion.
Oh, is it? It's Oblivion.
It's
I thought it was
Oblivion.
Obsidian. Oh, fuck. It's off the old album, Obsidian is.
Okay, yeah, that's what I said. Like there is Obsidian, but I think there's fucking Oblivion too. So like,
Yeah, dude. See, I'm just now going back into Lorna Shore's like past albums. You know what I mean? Because I heard him with Will and stuff. Got in, learned how to do the tunnels that he does. You know what I mean? Like
so jealous, dude.
they're so easy though. But see, you could do them from a high. Like you'd be like, you can do them from like that to a high. There's so many sounds you unlock that have yet to be done.
Listen, and that's the thing. Once you do it, it's like you unlock a new level. Like the first time I did like just the basic like low, I was like, oh my god, I did the sound, and then I could just do it. Like it just kept coming and kept getting better, and I was like, oh my god,
that's all that takes, dude. Yeah, like I said, we can work on some stuff. I've even thought about, as I said, putting a vocal tutorial. I haven't done anything like that.
You should do it. That's all. That's how I've learned. Is I've literally just done vocal tutorials, and then like I just now got like met a couple more people because I got out of the music industry. Like I was a tour manager for like 10 years, and so like I got out, and so like I didn't have any contacts anymore. So like now I'm just getting back to meeting people, and so like now I'm like singers are like, I'm like, listen, I don't need like a vocal coach, but I need to like I need you to listen to me scream and then just like point me in the right direction. I'll fucking figure it out.
That's it. Yeah, all it is explaining technique, and then from there, in my opinion, it's practice. Anybody can do it, literally.
That's literally it's. Usually when I wake up every morning, it's me screaming into my closet for fucking an hour, like just figuring it out, dude. Like like the first hour, me being like,
It's good for you too, though, bro. Especially to start your day like that. Like it's physically healthy for you to do that.
Like, dude, like people don't realize how much singing like is a physical activity. Even if you're just not on stage, just the physical. Like I'd be sitting there sweating, and I'm just sitting on the bed, like, holy shit! Like this is real work, bro.
Yeah, well, you're essentially working. You're working muscles out and stuff.
Your diaphragm is just in and out and in and out. Like
it's just like if I quit for a year, I'd literally not be able to do what I can do today just because of how much I've practiced. I'm starting to be able to get higher with clean singing. Like I yesterday started recording a cover to a Sleeping with Sirens song, which I never in my life thought I would do.
Ellen Quinn.
Never in my life thought I'd do that, but there's one song I really like by them. I don't even know it well. It's one of their old ones too, but like,
dude, the first album almost like so hard, bro. Like Asleep at the Helm is like their greatest fucking moment. Like
it's something if we're not or something like that. It's off one of the first. It's not If You Can't Hang, Baby. It's not that one. It's
if I'm James Dean, if I'm Aubrey Hepburn, you're James Dean. No,
it's the other popular one, but in that era.
Hold on, we're gonna fucking. I'm gonna pull up. Yeah, dude, it's gonna fucking kill me right now.
I even did a cover of The Used and killed it. The whole song, which I've never been able to do. I couldn't do it 6 months ago, anyways. But I did.
Is it from the first album? The Sleeping with Sirens
song?
Yeah,
I think it's hold on, I could even look at it.
Well, there's If I'm James Dean, you're Aubrey Hepburn, thebomb.com 2.0, You Can Kill Me in a Good Way, Love Let Bleed Red, Captain Tying Knots with fucking with Dave Stevens from fucking We Came As Romans.
Trophy Fathers White or whatever.
Oh, is it it's off the second album. Then,
so the second, like I said, I don't know them well, but that song fucking kicks, dude. It does. It's got some. I
think it's.
It makes me want to throw down. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's not off the second album. Jeez, because the second album is Let's Cheers to This.
Yeah.
Let's see. Feel. People in the podcast are like, I don't fucking care, dude. Man, this is maybe not as far back as I thought.
Yeah, like I just knew the song, but I hadn't heard it in a while. But it came on the other day. I was like, damn, I need to cover. That's the thing too, is if people threw out covers or anything they want to hear, like I did a Juice WRLD mix with Billie Eilish recently.
Dude, Billie Eilish is my shit. I don't care anybody says. Look, Where We Go When We Sleep is fucking such a phenomenal fucking album, dude. Like,
yeah,
I fuck with Billie Eilish hard.
But isn't it lovely? I did a cover of that, and Juice WRLD's mixed in it. He comes in through half of it, and it's just tight as fuck, dude. And at the end, follow clean vocally, and I end the hello welcome home, the home part, I do a gutter roll that's like drowned. It came out nice, dude.
We'll have to check that out for sure. Like I literally half the time like warm up because somebody was like, just sing a clean song, like just like slowly get to like warmed up and then belt it out. And by the time you can do that, you can do your like your vocal folds are warmed up. So like I would just wake up and belt out Sleep Token, and then all of a sudden I can do screams, like because I fucking love Sleep Token. I don't shout out Sleep Token, don't care.
Me too, dude. I know this reminds me of this. So you know Alex from Slaughter to Prevail.
Yeah, Alex.
The way, do you know how he warms up his vocal cords?
No.
He sings the intro to Pirates of the Caribbean. That's how he warms up before shows for his vocals.
That's awesome, dude. Like
genius, dude.
People all the time, like if people will be over, they'll come over early in the morning, and I'm just walking around the house going, and just like making noises, and they're like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'm about to do vocal practice, so I don't know what you're doing, but I got
my thing. And my lady's one of her best friends is a opera major.
That's sick, dude.
So, and one thing I started doing, dude, was like, if you tilt your head that way 3 times and then you roll it 3 times and then do it the other way, breathe in for 4 seconds as deep as you can, hold it for 4 seconds, and then breathe out 6 seconds.
Okay.
Do that 3 to 5 times. You'll feel better, have more control. Like it's wild. That's what I've been doing lately, and it's posture with that technique right there. You will open so many tones and sounds, and it's wild.
Yeah, like literally, I watched some Tom Barber stuff where he'll talk about like take a deep breath in until you're like full, and then force yourself to take in another deep breath on top of it, and then hold it, and then he's like, don't let it rush out, just slowly let it out like you were gonna sing a note. And he's like, do that a couple times, and it's like it will make you instantly will be like your diaphragm is just relaxed, like that whole system kind of just loosens up, because like most people don't understand that like it's very much a pressure up, pressure down type of thing when you use the diaphragm. So it's like a whole system you're using that you have to like wake up. It's not just people are like, oh, that sounds like it hurts your throat. And I'm like, it doesn't if you do it right. And people are like, I can't believe like people have lungs like that. I'm like, it's not your lungs. It's they're pushing from their diaphragm. It has nothing to do with your lungs. Nothing.
Yeah. Dude, to me, and people ask me that, dude, I agree. Because like I can go all day fucking long and my vocals are fine. I just need to breathe and drink water and eat. You know what I mean? Like I need to just take a break, but like I'm never like, oh my God, my throat.
Yeah, like I tell people, I'm like, dude, it's crazy. Like I can make those noises and I'll do it for an hour or two. And then like the only time it gets like every now and then you get that fatigue feeling where you're just like, I just gotta drink some water and kind of ease up. And then I'm like, but otherwise it doesn't hurt. Like I'm not like when I used to do guest vocals on tour, like I'd be like 20 seconds I would do guest vocals, and then like I'd go off stage and I'm like, I can't talk for the rest of the day. Fuck. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, that sort of thing where it's like learning this is just like I love it,
it's wild. And that's the thing is I upgraded my equipment too. If you have stuff, so I have a Shure SM7 DB that I got.
I'm working up to it. I just got this mic. It's pretty good. Like, but I want yeah, it's not bad. It's a toner.
It looked like a Shure. That's why I was asking, but it's still nice.
It was one of the ones that was like compared to a Shure, but it was like a little bit cheaper because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like, and see, I switched that's the thing with me is I switched microphones, and those even what you're using are so much nicer for recording if you're doing metal.
Yes.
But because of the frequencies and all, if you're gonna rap and stuff, that's when you want to hook a condenser up. You know what I mean? Like you get the natural reverb and all that, but like the SM7 DB, dude, it don't cut out high frequencies. So like I don't know if you heard the last thing I released that's really fucking heavy with the like gutter roll.
Yeah.
It's that Shure, dude. It can take, you know what I mean? I feel like people not using the right equipment and stuff within metal anyway specifically can deteriorate the sound. You know what I mean? That they can actually really produce as an individual person. Like,
and that's it. Like I try to tell people like the sound you hear in your head and the sound that comes out and the way you record it all going to sound different. and I all my vocal practice that I did, like I have like when I first started up to like just like last month, and like
Yeah.
literally like once a month I'll record a bunch of shit and send it to people just like to get their opinion. And it's like, but I record it with I've been recording it with my iPhone microphone, and like
Yeah.
I did some shit like, and they were like, well, it sounds cool, but like it also sounds very distorted because it's your phone. And then like
Mhm.
I've done some stuff with this microphone for people, and they're like, oh, dude, no, that actually kind of sounds gnarly. Like that's really fucking cool. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'm on the right path. Like I feel it.
Yeah. Dude, I could and that's the thing. You say that if you use BandLab, there's a vocal preset that I've made that literally just it's a little bit of a reverb, essentially just your raw voice, but it cleans up any feedback that's staticky, the stuff they're
Yeah.
talking about.
The stuff where the frequency starts to noise gate out. Like
yeah. And if you have BandLab, dude, I could send you that literally to use.
I'll
And if you
get BandLab. I literally have GarageBand and Audacity right now, like just because I just got a new MacBook.
same. So I'll use Ableton, but anything you've heard on TikTok, if I can be real with you, to anybody, it's literally BandLab. It's my iPad with BandLab connected to a Focusrite 4th generation Scarlett 2i2, and that just my Shure microphone.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Is like your writing process is like what you use, and like what your process of like coming up with songs and stuff is like. That's the like I love people. That's the next thing I really love to hear from people is like how you go about creating your art. Because like sometimes people ask me about it stuff like, and like people will watch me create art and they're like, dude, I just don't get how your brain works, but it's crazy like the shit that comes out of it. And I'm like, it's just how it works, man. I don't know.
Trial and error. You know what I mean? Like for anybody, where do you put your energy?
Yep. But that's why I don't draw on paper and stuff or whatever anymore. I just do it digitally because I'm so much of a like, let me try this. And then I'm like, and I'll erase it. And so now digitally I can just like, undo. And now I just try with shit until
Procreate, dude, is dope.
That's what's in my head.
Yeah. No, I agree. I like Procreate. Like I won't even draw any. Like I like charcoal, but like you can do that on Procreate too.
Yeah, dude, I use Photoshop and Illustrator.
Yeah, see, I was a photographer for all this. I did photography and then graphic design and then started doing this. But as you were asking, the setup I have, I wanted to make a video about this and share it because, like, dude, if this will help people focus on something and bring them out of any depressive any state, just to give them something to focus on, it's so easy. Because you can have a phone or you can have a tablet. You don't have to have Ableton. You don't have to have any of that. All you need is a C to C charger. So a C charger for your iPad, a C charger into an interface. You can, it can be anyone. It does not matter what kind of interface it is. Then that C charger, or not. Yeah, and then from there you run your XLR into your microphone, and that's it. Right. After that, you open BandLab. And you literally make sure that your interface is on BandLab settings to your interface. And from there, you're ready to record. Yeah. And anything you hear that I have has been done just like that.
And it sounds good, dude. Like, and not a whole lot of like, obviously you don't have like, you obviously just do whatever little mixing and mastering there is.
Yeah. I have producers and stuff that could, and I've thought about learning it, but I'm at such a point. It's like, and the stuff sounds decent. And, without being like, that's why the EP is going to be great.
Oh yeah, I'm excited, dude.
It'll be full.
Is it going to be on like all streaming platforms like Apple Music and Spotify?
Oh yeah, all of the 7 songs I've released are 2 already. I distribute independently through DistroKid. So yeah, if I'm on any platform you can possibly hear music or anything on under Chandler Alexander Music.
Awesome.
So, but yeah,
like, I love that part of the show is bringing new music to people. You know what I'm saying? Like that they don't normally listen to this music or like wouldn't hear you. You know what I'm saying? That you don't hit their For You page. I'm bringing it. I'm offering a way to be like, damn, check it out. Because there's some people that like don't necessarily, they like to explore music. And they listen to a lot of different things that are part of it. They listen to the show. And so like, they're always like, dude, that's crazy. Like these people seem really cool. I'm going to check them out. And I'm like, yeah, dude, absolutely. Fucking support these people. They're fucking great.
Dude,
people.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing about me too, is like, I ask people for their opinions. I don't get upset if they're like, this could, you know what I mean? Like I call it constructive criticism. I'd never have gotten to where I'm at without it, so like, it's almost more valuable than good feedback. in a
Absolutely.
sense.
Listen,
You know, so like I'm one of those. There's no ego here. You know what I mean? There's just progress and how. You know what I mean? Like,
right. If it's
I
information
appreciate you guys. That type of thing.
absolutely. If it's information I think that would help you in some way, that like even if it's something like I don't like this and here's why, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
what I do, because if I'm left the design and I'm like 18 hours into a design, if I design it, if I just left the design till like I get to 30 hours, I will have lost my way and redesigned it, like lost my original thing.
I know
So, like,
what that's like. I know.
when I
I
reach
hear
like
you.
the 80, when I reach like the 80% mark where I feel like, bro, I'm getting close to the end, I start sending it to
Yeah.
people I trust. And I go, what do you think? And I'll go, here's my plan. Here's what I'm going to finish with, whatever. What do you think? And if they say like, oh, I don't like this or whatever, if it's something I feel is integral to the thing, I'll go, listen, here's why I'm doing this. It's very intentional. Like, this is what I'm doing. And they'll go, okay. Or like, if they have like a real opinion, I'm like, oh shit, that's like something I didn't think of. I try to, work it in and make it like, so it's better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to better my art so I don't get off the fucking rails, because I'm liable to get off the rails. Like,
I hear you, dude. Yeah, it gets stressful trying to, you know what I mean? It does, trying to figure the whole thing out. But the thing is, it's all trial and error until you get it. You know, that's art in general, no matter what genre or lane of it.
I love it because art is so subjective, but yet so well thought out, and so like, I don't know, like it's a very cool thing to like, where you can reach people with it, and people like, strangely enough, I have had a lot of really, really positive feedback about my art, and I'm always like,
yeah,
like I go through an existential crisis every 6 months where I'm like, am I even really an artist? Like, and I think all artists do that.
I mean, looking behind you, you're definitely an artist, dude.
Oh, thank you, man.
Like, that's beautiful. Like,
it's one of my favorite things. I'm really proud of. Like, that is like, when I did that, I was like, dude, that's just
the moth in it too. It's just, and then dude, I see so much symbol. Like, I love studying. I'm a nerd.
I'll send you the picture of it, and there's so much little just crazy shit hidden in there that's just
like, I can see a lot of it, but I basically study like consciousness science. Like, if I'm outside of music, it's any it's expanding the mind and, like, enlightening it, more to say.
Yeah, dude, I'm a big person who never stopped learning. Like, when I'm working on art at 2 a.m, like, if I stop or something, I'm reading quantum mechanics, fucking theories, and like,
dude, same. And I have nobody to talk to about that. It drives me crazy.
I'll give you the phone number after the show, and you can call me. And like, I guarantee you, at 2 a.m, I'll text you.
Nobody's mind's ever there. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm talking to people that think I'm just kind of, it's just too much for them.
Oh, dude, listen, you know how many times I've started a conversation and been like, time's a flat circle, and people never get through that conversation. People get.
I understand what that means. That's what I was saying with the symbolism. Your art, because of what I love it.
I do everything very intentionally. Very, like, everything that's put in there. Like, I'm such a, like, especially the pop culture. Like, I make the weirdest deep cut pop culture references, and if you catch them, it, like, I will be like, you're one of the 3 people that get it. I fucking love you. Like, for real. Like, that shit warms my heart, dude. So like, it's awesome. And like, I love people who appreciate that shit, like that, like, catch little things and then they go, did you do this because of this? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, no, that's why I keep bringing it up, dude. Like, no, I'm a fan for sure. Like, it's really good. Even all the stuff you showed me.
Yeah, that's just like a small sampling. Do I have like 40 or 50 or 60 designs that I've done? And like, I know, I feel like you try to do something similar where like you make stuff that you like, but it's you, like, I don't intentionally try to make it different, but like, especially making designs,
you have to have a touch of your own artistry in it.
I found my voice. So everything I do looks like me, where like, I feel like it sounds like you, but like, I also do it where like somebody's like, oh, make me a Ghostface shirt. And I'm like, okay, but like, you can go on fucking Pinterest and it's like Ghostface does your taxes. Like, there's a million Ghostface everything's. So like the Ghostface stuff I showed you, I tried to make it very much me, where you like, you look at it and go, Tony did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what, like,
that's the first thing I noticed about your art, dude, was like how similar ours is. You know what I mean? Like, even like, because you haven't got to see mine yet, but when you do, dude, you'll be like, damn, like, I see what he's saying. Because
we can collab anytime, dude. Like, on anything.
I'd be down.
Like, especially my color palette is something I've worked very hard on, and like the effects I put on my art and stuff, whatever, with Photoshop. And like, literally, this the only thing I ever catch about my art is like, oh, it's too busy. And I'm like, well, things are put there intentionally, so it's not too busy. You need art to look at. Right, like, you know what I mean? I like to fill the space and make it intentional, but like, also my color palette. People fucking, if they don't like my art, they're like, bro, the colors are just like so
They
over
are.
the top. I'm like, have you
They're
met me? Like it's me. It's an expression of me, man. Like that's who I am. Like I'm an over the top type of person. Like that's just my personality. So like I speak through it when I use the colors to speak like words.
saying, yeah, I music with it now,
Right.
but I hear that like it.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, I'm appreciative. Even man, like the live music or the live thing, I'm definitely down for that. You can
Yeah,
sign me up for that too.
yeah, dude, we'll
So
definitely do like some live shit and like fucking we always like at the end we always just talk about honorable mentions and it just spirals down through stuff and then at the end of the show we get with the audience and go, okay, what do you guys want to talk about next time? And we all together pick a topic. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And, like, it's like, and I didn't realize this, but like when we started doing that show, like the audience showed up with their own lists ready to go first show. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't expect this much audience participation. Like everybody was super into it. People were arguing in the chat and shit. I'm like, this is fucking
that's tight
amazing,
though.
dude.
You know,
It's so much fun, dude. And it's like a small, it's like, it's growing, but like it started out as just like a small group of people. Cause I used to be on an Ohio State football podcast where I was like,
yeah, yeah.
I really love college football and I really
I
love
do
Ohio
too.
State.
I'm a Gamecock fan, straight up.
Oh, okay. Listen, Lenora
That's
Sellers
where
is
I'm
the
from.
truth, bro. Lenora Sellers is the truth, son. Like for real, that kid's a cheat code. But like,
Oh, dude.
so
I
like,
don't look like it, but I love football, dude.
listen, I'm literally I'm Ohio State. Listen, you want to see the coolest thing? This is the best piece of art ever made, and I made it after the national champion. I made it during.
I
the
love
national
Ohio. Yeah, Ohio. One of my sister's family, part of her family's from there. So
like, I made this after we beat Texas, before we played Notre Dame in secret. I made this. I started out. That's all digitally done. I started out with a blank piece of steel.
oh, nice.
And I made that, dude.
That's sick. That's gnarly.
Like I was like, dude, that could be my greatest work ever. Like I literally like carved digital steel. Like
yeah, it looks good. That's some of the stuff I've seen earlier. The 3D in it was just so like flawlessly done.
yeah,
It
like
looked
I've tried to slowly start to get into more of that style. Like a lot of my stuff before was just very simple and stuff because I didn't know all the stuff you could do with putting stuff on clothing and how it would look. And so like I was just kind of getting into that process. So my art just kind of started. And over the I usually don't design during college football season because I'm like so immersed in college football. So then that's when all the ideas start to build up, and I just slowly started working on art and just slowly started being like, we can go more detailed and kind of like add in a little less over top color, but still over the top color. And like it just kind of came into like, soon you saw like the forearm priests and stuff, like that's the stuff that started to. Because now with new Photoshop stuff, dude, like the 3D modeling you can do with it and like the adaptive filters that you can have, like you can literally turn stuff into like anything you want and like do it with, like art that you have created, and it's really cool. And so I've been learning how to do that. Like as much as I hate how complicated Photoshop is every year, like they redesign it, but like if you learn how to use
add
it,
AI into it. That's what they're doing now.
yeah, like I try not to use the adaptive AI in there. Like
it's like you got to use this no matter what, dude.
Yeah, like if you crop some stuff, you want to expand it. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll expand like an inch with adaptive AI.
It's
but I'm
a
not
tool in a way, bro. But yeah, that's a whole conversation on its own. AI is an interesting thing, but it's a tool.
So okay, so you have the EP coming out. Like you listening to anything like new, like anything new? A bunch of new music came out. I know, like especially in the metalcore, deathcore world. Anything new special you're listening to that's like every like couple of months, like a new album will come out and it'll catch my fucking ears. Like the Callous Cowboys, their new album just came out, and oh my god, it has my heart, dude. If you don't know them, listen to the Callous Cowboys.
I'll have to. Yeah, no, I'll have to. I haven't listened to a lot of. What were you saying?
You will like them, dude. Like, listen, they have an electric violin player and everything. Like, they're the craziest band ever, bro.
Okay,
they have my heart for real.
All right, you'll have to. Yeah, I want to hear them after I get off of this with the electric violin.
Yeah,
that's something I wish I could incorporate more in my stuff is violin and piano.
Yeah, dude, listen, like electric violin is one of the hardest. It goes so hard, dude. Like
you do it right with metal, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, like Eminence and so yeah, like
back in the day, yeah. I know. Well, if anybody knew, there's this band. I forget the name. They're so Larcenia Row.
Larcenia Row, dude.
Yeah,
Larcenia Row. Like
that's my shit.
Larcenia Row is the jam, bro.
Yeah, like I've been trying to. Yeah, I'd like that's what I want to cover next. Honestly, like my vocals are ready for that kind of shit.
Larsenio Rowe, dude, listen, that album that came out, fire. And like the dude talks about it. I saw an interview with him where he's like, I use my voice like an instrument. I want it to be like I'm playing guitar parts, but with my voice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so like,
yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that's a fucking sick thought. Like, just to use your
dude,
voice.
They throw some crazy shit in there. I remember I heard one of their songs and I just like went to their whole thing and added all of it and just like fuck it.
Dude, like, and like that dude is fucking the dude from Larsenio Rowe is also in Disembodied Tyrant or Synesthesia or whatever, like that whole project. They're doing that. Like I think he's in maybe it's Synesthesia, but like he's in like one of those two. Disembodied Tyrant's fucking wild too. If you've never heard them,
nah, dude, I need to listen to more. I've been so hell yeah. I've been just like super focused on just getting the studio built and recording and throwing shit out there and getting the EP ready. I've been getting the EP ready for probably 2 months now. But A&R, learning all these other things. As an independent artist, I just wanted to make sure everything was ready.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. This Friday, I'll release the actual date of the EP. It's going to be called Where You Buried Your Love.
Okay, I like it.
That'll be the name of the album. Already made the album. It's on some of my videos, actually, the album art. That a lot of my album art, even where you see that building or whatever and somebody sitting on the stairs, that's me sitting on the stairs at the Stanley Hotel. So I live in close to Estes, Colorado. It's like right through the mountains. So where the Stanley is, where they wrote The Shining, what The Shining was wrote off of, all that. Yeah. So that's where that picture was even taken. Dude. So that'll be the album art for it. And then I basically have all of it done. The songs are already selected too. I'm just tightening them up. And then I have a buddy that graduated from Full Sail University. That is going to mix and master everything for me. Nice. So I'm stoked about that. I know it's going to sound really good.
Like I'll show it some love and help promote it. I'll throw it up on my Instagram.
Oh yeah. I appreciate it.
Have you done any live shows? Like obviously, like I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like
not with this stuff outside of just on TikTok, you know what I mean? I've thought about booking some stuff here, but I've been trying to do everything kind of online and build it from there. I have a lot going on too, personally, but I'm wrapping up in the best way. It's literally the best way. You know what I mean? So
absolutely, bro. Me too. Like I get it. Like, so if you've never been on tour, like,
not on tour, no. I played shows, but it's been since I was probably 23. I'm 32 now since I played a show.
Okay. So,
and that was I've only played with bands. You know what I mean? Only as vocalists too. So
okay. So
it's been a minute, but heck yeah.
I think you'll get there, like for sure. Like so how about this? Like I always try to ask people, like, if you had a dream tour, what would it be? Like if with your music now, like if you go, who would I want to go out with? You know what I'm saying? Like you, like a lot of your stuff, like stuff reminds me of like Nathan James and shit. Like, you know Nathan James?
Yeah, I've heard of. Yeah, I think but personally for me, it would be more how everything has been going, like live with TikTok and all of that. An opportunity come that feels right, I would take it and then go from there. But like I'd have to say the perfect wouldn't. I couldn't say it existed because the only goal at the current time is to help people. You know what I mean? If people want to start seeing me play live and stuff, which has been asked in a thing recently, I'll make it happen. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on people, you know, kind of to come to me with, you know, because I'm ready realistically.
Yeah, no, I think you could do it, man. Like, you get some musicians and fucking get out there and fucking get it, man. I think it would be cool, like, because it would be.
But I already have that part too. People that are willing to play my stuff. So
and listen, it'd be a very eclectic experience where I think you could get like a good crowd together that's like your crowd that likes a lot of different things. But like you could get on a lot of different bills that way. You could get on like a Suicide Boys tour. You could get on like a Paleface tour. You know what I'm saying? Like you could go both ways where it's like two vastly different genres.
It's insane to think about.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, when I tell people think about like dream tours, like, wouldn't it be crazy to think to play with these people, like because you play so many different genres, you could get on weird tours that you would fit into, and I think people would really dig it.
Okay, with you, if I had to think about it right now, people I think I would fit best with where I'm at. Nothing Nowhere, Garden, the rapper Garden.
Never heard of him, but I'll check him out.
Somebody like, I don't know, bands would be different because I'm solo. You know what I mean? I haven't thought that much into it, but if I had my guys and stuff, I mean, and it'd be the Plot and You, probably. I See Stars wouldn't be. I played with them before when I was younger.
Those are the sweetest human beings. Andrew and Devin Townsend, two sweet human beings that are the most talented musicians ever.
Yeah,
like,
we opened for them. That was my third show ever. It was them and Motionless in White when they went on tour. It was I See Stars, Motionless in White, and I think In Fear and Faith it was.
That the like. Oh, In Fear and Faith. Shout out In Fear and Faith.
Back in the day, dude. New Brooklyn Tavern, Columbia, South Carolina. Yeah.
That was probably like the New Demons tour for fucking I See Stars. Or the
something. So I remember Motionless in White was still like playing some of their older albums where they had the like synth guy on the fucking like
okay
thing that would lift up the like scissor lift.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they definitely performed with the scissor lift at the show.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. So that before Motionless in White went Breaking Benjamin. No hate to Motionless in White. I think Chris is a great dude, but they really sound like Breaking Benjamin now, which is not a bad thing.
I'm a Ghost in the Mirror fan. You know what I mean? Like that whole album, anything around it. You know,
I just remember the first time I heard Albago with fucking Spencer from Ice Nine Kills. I was like, bro, what is this, bro? That was my first foray into Ice Nine Kills, which like I have Ice Nine Kills tattooed on my hand. Those are my guys, bro.
Dude, I love them. I remember I met them before they were big at Warped Tour in Charlotte, and they were holding a sign that said, he's gonna be looking at tits, she's gonna be looking at dick. Buy sunglasses for $5. They had it right on the board.
This was the best merchandiser ever, bro. Dude, I swear to God, bro.
That's why I remember them so well. I did at the time, you know what I mean? Because I bought their CD. That's when it had what you should have really learned in study hall and what I really learned in the acoustic.
The Predator and the Prey.
Yeah. So like that's around then's when I started listening to them. But I bought that CD based off of that. The sunglasses.
You know, it's crazy. Like most people don't remember this, but like literally Spencer would go. He told me this. Literally, he would go to like fucking thrift stores and get like old jean jackets and old vests and shit or whatever, and just like slap an Ice Nine Kill sticker on them and charge extra money. And like people are like, that's kind of fucking. I'm like, but it's not. It's merchandise. He made it. He's a clothing person. Like he makes his own clothing. Like I'm like, so like it's pretty dope that like you have a one-off that fucking Spencer from Ice Nine Kills make. That makes fucking that's worth the price of admission to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so. Dude. It goes back, all the music and stuff. It's wild. Like I remember I used to want to do this stuff and I didn't even start playing guitar till I was about 23.
Oh damn! So you just started like just getting into everything.
Before I came here, I got into guitar from vocals because bands wouldn't work out, and then from that to bass, and then I just got a 8-piece Alesis 8-kit piece or whatever it is. Nice. I barely got to play with it because of building the studio, but
right.
Yep, but I can play drums too, though. On that sense, I can play guitar as well as I can do vocals.
That's dope, dude. Like
for sure,
that's really sweet. Like, so I always ask people too, since you've never been on tour or whatever, like, what's your favorite show you've ever been to? Because I know we've all been to a lot of shows. Like, best show you've ever been to?
Warped Tour back in the day, dude. By far, like, probably like it was probably 2009 or 2010. The best show of my life ever had to be Warped Tour back in the day.
Who was some of the highlights of that one?
Oh, dude,
I think it was on 2010.
Dude,
every time I was probably there, I think.
Who was it?
Every Time I Die.
Yeah, they had. Oh, dude, I played with them.
Dude, love those dudes. I have them tattooed on my hand as well. Those are my guys.
I played with them in
them.
Georgia at Sector 7G. Open for them. I used to play in a band called Mad Hatter's Holiday. That's where I got introduced to everything. But outside of being inspired by like Suicide Silence, Parkway Drive. But yeah, as for that'd have to be, if I had to pick a single show, it'd be the one that I just seen with Lorna Shore in Nebraska in Omaha.
Nice. Give me 2 seconds. 1 second.
Oh, you're good, brother. You're all good.
Yep.
Where to put that bait?
I know.
Let me see. I got text.
Okay, and we're back.
Are you good?
So, who played with Lorna Shore on that show?
You what now?
Who played with Lorna Shore on that show?
Shit, dude, I forgot. We only got there to see Lorna Shore.
I mean, that's probably was that
it
the
was
Whitechapel
such a spontaneous trip.
Was that Kubla Khan Whitechapel? I bet you that was that tour.
It wasn't that show. Nope. It was definitely a different one.
I was gonna say, man, you missed out. Kubla Khan fucks real hard.
Yeah, I've seen videos. I've never seen them live, but
dude, Kubla Khan goes so hard in the paint. Love those dudes so much.
Heck
We're trying to
yeah.
get them on the podcast real hard.
Dude, yeah, no. Any way I can help too, let me know, dude. That's the thing.
Listen, I'll take a nepotism fucking hookup anytime, bro. Like, you know anybody, like, I'll take them, man. Like, I love fucking all the bands you talk about. You know anybody, let me know.
Hell yeah. Definitely. That's the thing, is I'm starting to breach back out. That's why shows and stuff will most likely, me and Josh have been talking about it, because I can perform a lot of my like emo rap and acoustic sets already. You know what I mean? Just with the help of. So I've thought about it. I've had somebody ask me in Fort Collins, Colorado.
Yeah.
To do it at HORDE's Half Note. So I know it's coming. Like I said, after when I released the EP release date and a few other things with it on Friday, that will probably be in the works next. Like I said, going live with you guys, I'd be down for that too.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you want to come on Wednesday, we'll have a spot. Like, if you want to come on,
do it.
Listen, we're doing we're doing top 10 worst clothing fads and top 5 worst foods. This is the first time we're doing a worst list.
Down.
We've been doing best lists, but now I'm like, somebody was like, do top 10 worst clothing fads. I was like, oh, it's the first time we've done a worst and clothing fads. I think it's top tier, dude. It's gonna be great.
It'd be fun. I mean, yeah, no, I'm down, dude, for sure. Right.
Like, I'll send you the link for Wednesday. Like, I'll send it over like whenever it's posted now, but I'll send it over here probably tomorrow.
Heck yeah. I can I'll shoot you my email too.
Yeah, shoot me an email on your number after the show. So what, like, I know you talked about messages and music and stuff or whatever before, and like, I think like you were talking about earlier when, like, you know, you have to break yourself down and like knowing yourself. Like, I tell people, like, knowing yourself, like, know thyself is the one piece of information that's been passed down throughout human history. It's written on temples in Delphi. It's written in the Bible. It's written everywhere. And like, I think, like, I personally, I've talked about it on here before. Like, I've been sober for 7 years. I did heroin before, and like, I've been sober for 7 years. I've had no trouble. I'm doing really well. But knowing myself and like through music and breaking myself down and then learning that has helped me learn people. Because like, if you don't know you can't know people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think knowing yourself helps you know people better. And so like that sort of thing is like important. And I think I think it's admirable now where, like, not that music was not like a platform before, but like, especially metal music and the scene in general was not using it as a platform per se, but now a lot of people are. I've had a couple of bands in here that they're like mental health is our whole thing, and like we want to be able to get out and help people, and like it's not necessarily even about the music, it's about like getting the message out, getting people like, so you mentioning that, like, one of the questions I have about it that I have in my little breakdown all the time is like messages in music, and I think that's a big thing that I think is really admirable when people do that, when they're willing to use their platform, they're producing good music with meaning and messaging. As people all the time are like, metal music's just angry. And I'm like, there's actually a lot of really positive, good messages in music just because I'm streaming shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's why I try and hook them with the verse and then throw the screaming in there, and it's been working. That's the craziest part.
listen
It's
to a good
funny.
chorus
Like
with the
I have friends and older, relatives and stuff. They're like, "Damn, this actually isn't that bad now." Like I'm like, "Why? Is it because I'm like screaming it? What is it like? You know what I
listen,
mean?" But I feel like what it is the words coming and grabbing the attention, being relatable almost to any human being at all. And then
yeah.
from there, you can either not like screaming or you can understand emotion and things. So there's where people are getting hooked, I think, or something. You know what I mean?
Well,
Or interested.
I think a lot of people have trouble, especially musically, getting out of their little corner of the world, and like a
Mhm.
good hooky chorus all of a sudden hooks you, and then all of a sudden you're singing this chorus, and all of a sudden you're like, well, the breakdown part's pretty cool too. Like,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
you just start reading the lyrics, and they're like,
It
oh shit,
grows.
we're saying some shit. Like I just had that with the Callous Cowboys. I had a friend, and she literally listened to the song, and I made her listen to it a bunch when we hang out. And she's like, dude, this song again. I'm like, this song is fucking amazing. Just today, she texted me. She's like, okay, I'm listening to it right now. Actually, you're right. It grew on me. It's really fucking good. And I'm like, I told you, man.
What
Like, just
happened?
because there's breakdowns does not mean it's fucking bad.
Yep, that's just a thing. I don't know. People don't realize that there's so many different genres of metal too that don't listen to metal.
Listen,
I don't
shout
pay
out Sleep
attention.
Token and bands like that that are really Come Metal is really fucking bridging the gap. Just like
Yeah.
bad omens, like Bad Omens is super heavy, but then they're super like beautiful singing.
Yep, and that's another band that that's who's helped me with some of my cleans lately, like
Dude,
his
no,
vocal.
Sebastian's a gangster, bro. I don't care what anybody
Mhm.
says. That dude's got the lowest lows and just the highest, prettiest voice. And he's a very attractive man for what it
And he
is.
does all of his. He does all of. They do everything themselves. They're
Yep.
recording all of that. Like,
Yeah.
yep, that's basically the dream. You know what I mean? If there is one, do what you love doing.
For sure, man.
But yeah, within that mental health and stuff, it's just that's kind of where all this, like, I was going through stuff. It kind of got me through stuff just doing it. Then it started sounding good enough. I started posting it, and getting more serious with it. And yeah, it brought me out of so much, dude. It's just like that's all I want to do for anybody else, So like speaking on things, I'm really good at breaking them down. It's most stuff I post is new shit recorded. You know what I mean? Like constantly. Like I'm constantly
No,
recording and
listen,
releasing.
that's what grabbed my eye. Like this dude's turning out content. Like it keeps me, and it was like it's different content. So like that's what I'm saying. Like I heard the deathcore song, and the next song you sent me was like a trappy emo song, and I was like, okay, not what I expected to hear. Like I feel it though. Like I'm here for it, but like it just caught me off guard. And then like you kept sending stuff
Yeah,
all different. I was like, okay, I might want to talk to this dude. Like this seems like an interesting human being. Like
I appreciate it.
absolutely. So
Likewise.
thank you, man. Thank you. I
So,
appreciate that you love the art. What you have like any final messages you want to like, you know what I'm saying? I know you guys said you got the EP coming up. You got like anything final you want to share with anybody?
I mean, stay tuned for Friday. With all of that, I'm gonna be releasing merch soon, as well. Other than that, anything anybody might want to hear, no. Or any
What's your
places people might even want to see me. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure? What's your social media stuff? Like what's your
it's all under Chandler Alexander Music. As long as you type in Chandler Alexander Music, it'll pop up. I mean, even my photography and graphic design does under Chandler Alexander Photography, by the way. So,
awesome.
it's just, and that's just my first and middle name, Chandler Alexander. So it's either music or photography, and you'll find all kinds of stuff. But
Sweet.
yeah, just excited to see what happens within the next 6 months, honestly, with where everything's going and what I've been seeing on my end. You know what I mean?
No, dude, listen, I'm pumped. I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited. Hopefully, like, listen, I've done a lot of things in the music industry. I got to tour, I've got to sign bands, I've got to do guest vocals. One thing I've never got to do is record something and have it recorded. And like my dad listens to heavy music, and like I was telling him about the other day, like, and he was like, dude, you do something, send it to me. And I was like, oh, dude, that warms my heart that my dad wants to listen to me fucking scream. Like, it's amazing. So,
dude, yeah, we can do something. I got plenty. I can email over.
what's up, dude? We'll figure it out, man. All right, well,
yeah.
we'll wrap it up. But I already showed the Ohio State belt. I usually dunk on people with that at the end of the show. But usually the way I end the show is just like if somebody yells out OH, you out IO, and fucking, if fucking be nice to people, man. Go listen to metal music. Fucking warm somebody's heart, help somebody out. And go listen to Chandler Alexander music, man. Good dude, fucking great time. So with that, we're out, man. We'll see you later.
Later.
And
Yeah.